God told him to be silent for a span of 5 to 6 years. And now, if God would supposedly sit you down for 5 to 6 years, he's probably trying to tell you to be silent completely, completely silent. Yes. Okay. We viewers, we've been telling you less talking, more working. We've been telling you that for a while, a long while. Maybe God was saying the same thing. Be silent. Okay. Because God recognized that there was nonsense. There was dribble that was coming from you. Yes. Nothing but confusion. Yes. Nothing but ineptitude in your delivery, your interpretation of the word. And so maybe God was telling you to be silent whatsoever. Okay. Completely. All right. And so now if he would sit you down and try to silence you and for a span of 5 to 6 years, okay, going on a decade. Okay. And you say, well, no, God was just talking about me being silent as far as me teaching or me preaching or me speaking. And we're like, okay, well, Tim, you've been doing nothing but more and more teaching. When you did your P2P Nightcast, that was all about you talking. Okay. Nonstop talking, nonstop babbling, nonstop dribble. Okay. All right. Okay. And then when you force Megan out there to try to emulate your message, that was more. We knew that was your script. We knew that was more of you, Tim talking. Yes. We knew that was more of your interpretation. Okay. And so you've been doing nothing but talking. Okay. And so we don't hear the silence. Okay. You claim that these videos were some type of ministry work for you. That's nothing but talk. That's nothing but you speaking. That's not silence. So what do you mean? God told you to be silent and you disobeyed. We know that you disagree with God. You told us that you disagree with God from time to time. Yes. But to openly acknowledge that you disobeyed God, he told you to be silent and you can't keep your mouth shut. What kind of?
And faithful over few, and so now I'm gonna make you ruler over many, and that's where we transition into this season of Emma establishing more and more abundantly. You know, he's making me ruler, making my family ruler over many, and so but before that, like I said, I was preaching, I was teaching, I was going around all type of different places, speaking and letting my words, glorify the Lord. But the Lord said, now I want you to go into a season of silence. I want you to hold your peace. And when the Bible talks about holding your peace, it's saying like to remain silent. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I'm talking now, but what he was saying be silent from was going and speaking or you know what I'm saying? And he said, I want you to demonstrate my power. And it's just like Paul said, Lord.
Tim talks about how God talked about him being silent. He talked about scripture, about not just speaking about it, being about it, yes, and demonstrating it through work. But he's talking about, he's supposed to be a demonstration of God's love. All right. So Tim, sometime soon, we need to see the video of you demonstrating God's love over the past 6 or 7 years that you have been supporting.